Okay, before I get started, the whole Taylor Swift situation, I want you guys to tell me down in your comments what you guys think of it. Because I get it. I get annoyed too with the whole Taylor Swift situation. I think the Taylor Swift situation can be very annoying, but we gotta think about one aspect, which is the money aspect. Taylor Swift brings in thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's all because the media sees that she's Liz. She has a lot of Swifties, so when they see that she can influence, she's brought in more money to the NFL than ever before. She's gotten more people to like Travis Kelsey, to buy jerseys, and like the NFL that normally people, the normal people that wouldn't really watch or see the NFL because they don't care. Like, there's people that don't care about football or anything, and she's brought in more people to enjoy the game, and they see that as money. And so they target her because if it was all her, she would be like, you're using my face as a platform to make this income, and I want a part of it. Like, she ain't telling them, okay, I'll let you use my face, but I gotta get 50% of that. She ain't doing none of that. So this is where I get kind of where people are like annoyed by it because I'm a fanatic of like sports. So it's like for me, it's like okay, I don't want to see your face. Like I need you to like no, it's not about her. I want to go back to the game. Like you know. But Taylor Swift has a lot of Swifties. She has thousands and thousands of fans to where it's like she pulls in people. She just has that ability to do that. I don't know how, but she just does. It's almost like, oh, there's Taylor, and everybody's like, oh, because if Taylor really was like, put the attention on me. Have you ever noticed how when they do the like cam thing on like, then the people, oh, I'm right there. Look at me. We're on the big screen on the game, and they're all like, she doesn't even do that. Like these people act crazy. You see them dancing and doing like weird things while they're on there, or they do the kiss cam, whatever. She's just enjoying her time, watching her man play, and being careless about the world. That's all it is. She's just enjoying her time. And honestly, I think that if she did care, she would be like, okay, because you guys are using me, you guys keep posting my face, I'm gonna ask for 15 or 50% or whatever it may be. Those are my opinions. Now, she just won Album of the Year again. And people are also irritated with that. And so is Jazy. Now, comment down below on this one of what you guys thought about your comments. Did you guys agree with him or did you guys disagree with him? And everybody keeps asking me, like, do you agree on this? Do you disagree? I totally disagree. Because don't get me wrong, Beyonce has a beautiful voice. She is very talented. And she is very beautiful and she's very talented. But you guys have to understand the Academy Awards, the Grammys, they're voted by a different category of people. Not like you and I, where we get to choose who'd win Album of the Year. It has nothing to do with your choice. It has to do with these group of Academy people that are professionals and musicians or whatever, but they're professionals. Excuse me. And they go and they listen to whatever category they're told to listen to, and they all vote, and they all listen to the whole album. They listen to every song, and they listen to everything of each person in that category that's going for album of the year, and they have to decide, oh, did I like it? Did I not like it? And so that's how they vote. And it has nothing to do with it being rigged. I mean, if you think it's rigged, then comment down below and let me know, because I would like to know your thoughts on that. I don't really watch the Grammys or know too much about the Grammys that much that I would consider it to be rigged in my opinion. But you never know. Like football, it's another thing. I think it's starting to get rigged, and That's the reason why I don't watch it. But that's a whole nother topic within itself. So, I mean, JC said within his own metrics, it doesn't make sense how she can have a lot of Grammys, more Grammys than anybody else, but by his own metrics, their metrics, it doesn't make sense how she can never win Album of the Year. And I don't know, I felt like he was coming from like a privileged speech, in my opinion. Like he felt privileged, like she is Beyonce. She is the best of the best. She's Beyonce. Like she's got to be treated like the queen. Like she's got to win. Like she was the one that's got to win. Nobody else. Like, and I kind of felt like it was rude and very disrespectful towards Taylor, in my opinion. But then at the same time, I get where JC's coming from, because I do get some of his sympathy. Where I get it, you want your wife to win. She has thousands of fans. She's created this music that's won lots of awards, and her songs have gotten off the roof for the charts, the Billboard 100. Like she's been top number one, and he's like, how? I get it, but I felt like he was trying to play it off a little bit as like a privileged thing, and also like a racial thing. And I was like, don't put the racial card in there, because there's been millions of people that have won Album of the Year that are of color, and there's a lot of people that of that day that won that were color. They didn't win Album of the Year, but a lot of black artists won different songs, and he even won an award himself, and he's a black artist, and he was talking to Dr. Dre about blah blah blah, making the platform and making the way, him and Snoop and this and that. But it was like, I think he took it to another level where it just like made me not like him. Like it made me feel like nah, like you're a sore loser. Like you just don't know that these people don't like your wife for a reason, and that's their reason, and they didn't win. She's not in this category. They didn't want her in this category. Taylor was better. I guess it's because they got under. There's one thing that I do want to put out there that I think makes a difference is I don't know if Beyonce writes her own music. Taylor writes her own music. Like she writes her own songs, and she puts a lot of effort into writing her own songs. And those songs to become hits, that's in its own metrics. I think it's because if Beyonce were to make her own song and become a hit, I think that's when she would be able to win more of that type of award. And I think that's the reason why, in my opinion, why probably she hasn't won Album of the Year is because she doesn't write as many songs. Maybe she's written songs before, but Taylor mainly writes her own songs. Like she doesn't produce the music, but she writes her own lyrics and she just sings it. Has someone help her produce it, and she works with this team and she collaborates, but she usually does her own music. And that's why I think the reason why she always wins Album of the Year is for that reason. Because for you to be that successful and that good to where someone's gonna like your music that you created yourself, that you sold, and people are buying your albums and downloading your song on iTunes, on Spotify, on whatever, and it's like, to have that song be number one on the Billboard charts. That's why I think one of my reasons why she wins, and why other artists don't necessarily win as much, is not so much of the fan base or the fame status that she has, because Beyonce has probably way more fans, or way more fame status than Taylor does. But I think that has a lot to do with it, is when you make your own music and you do it and you produce it at that high level where it just succeeds on its own, it's like mind-blowing. I'm not a fan, and I'm not saying that I'm not a fan, because I like some songs, but I'm not like a Swifty where I'm like, hey, I've gone to Taylor Swift concerts now, and I've never like gone to a Beyonce concert either, but I feel like this topic where Taylor's face is like being plastered, it's almost like if the media wants her to be either unsucceed and still profit from her, or help her to keep continuing to profit from her as she succeeds. Like I feel like they're trying to pull it both ways. You know? So that's some of my thoughts. So comment down below what are you guys' thoughts, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.